the challenge ahead, hoping to come out of the gates strong. And with...
Hey, Kevin, the Mavericks...
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Now, Golden State's starting five. Curry and Klay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Green is out there with Andrew Wiggins. And it's Wiseman in at center. And for the Mavericks, Kleba is the four with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney-Smith in at small forward. And Doncic gets it to go.
Well, you have got to take this shot away from Luka Doncic. He's too good to be given the mid-range look.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
Curry deciding where to go with it.
Well, everyone in the NBA understands that Steph Curry is the master in pick and roll. He understands to take what the defense gives him.
Curry against Doncic. On the wing, Hardaway. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
To the inside. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Well, you get a sense of the recognition from Steph Curry and how quickly he moves through his progressions. Because, boy, if you're open, he's going to give it to you.
Doncic outside. Another three for Dallas.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand, and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And Hardaway gets it to go.
You can see the kind of confidence Hardaway has in his shot. This guy is so fluid in the catch-and-shoot situations.
Curry against Doncic. Thompson outside. A three-pointer. Wiggins sinks the three-pointer.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Mavericks on top, up 1. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And for anyone who thinks this game isn't about hard work.
Can't tell how many shots I've taken.
And as we know, Greg, Steph comes from a family of great shooters. It's in the blood.
But as you said, it's about the work. NBA players have had tons of kids. Most don't make it in this league. Steph is on his way to being one of the best to ever grace the hardwood.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And guys, what's your take on the Mavericks so far?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
We've got Jalen Brunson. He's out there with Richardson. Doncic out there with Powell. And it's Melly in at power forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. The first one falls. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I play, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more. but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
Bazemore passes to Toscano. Just 5 on the clock. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. It's a 3-point game. Shoots over Oubre. That one off the back iron and out.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. And Doncic, here we go. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it, and it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Dwight Powell. Maxi Kleber comes in for Nicolo O'Malley. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Jalen Brunson. Hardaway is subbed in for Josh Richardson. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Finney-Smith kicks to Doncic. Out to Porzingis. Lock at 6. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Porzingis has got his first 2 points of the night. Doncic against Curry. Let's go. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Mavericks.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They were never able to get the lead above 4. They're in good position. And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
I don't know that you necessarily think of him as someone who's going to create for others, but boy, all night he's been willing to make the extra pass.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. Curry and Klay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Draymond Green. And it's Wiseman in at the center, filling out the middle. Kleber, the pass to Doncic. And the shot goes in. Doncic has got the first points to start out the third quarter for Dallas.
Just another way, Luka Doncic is such a tough cover. This guy's knack for getting into the painted area and converting both easy shots and contested shots.
Here's Curry. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Curry's got 7 points in the game.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
You know, there's an unselfishness to Luka Doncic and a pretty pass right there.
Outside Curry. Shoots over Doncic. Curry's shot is off. 2 for 1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Finney-Smith passes to Porzingis. Over Wiseman. Porzingis can't hit. Warriors trail by 3. And it's Wiseman that time on the assist by Wiggins. Wiseman's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, late rotation by the defense, and Wiggins has the vision to find the open man.
And here is Doncic. He's got 11. Fires from deep. And no good. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. The Mavericks on top, up 1. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Doncic and Porzingis, the incredible forward pair. Josh Richardson out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Cauley Stein in at the 5. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Bazemore dishes to Curry. Oh, and they take the lead. Curry's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Warriors. Now, Doncic. 1:24 left in the fourth quarter. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Warriors. The lead is 2. And Bazemore kicks to Curry. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
You know, at 7'3", yes, he can dunk. But with that athleticism and his sense for the dramatic and his flair, look out, folks. He can be special.
58 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
I don't know how that one doesn't go in. Nice cushion between him and the defender.
It's Richardson on the wing. Passes it to Doncic.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're down by 2. 34 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
And usually you want to go for the 2-for-1 here to maximize the clock.
And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Luka Doncic.
Yeah, more than half of their scoring has been through him. It hadn't been selfish either. That's the way they mapped this thing out. And they knew what a tough matchup he'd be for their D, so they just decided to ride him.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the last time out. He knows this has been a hard-fought game, and he wanted his guys to just sit down and catch their breath. He said, look, we're right in the game, guys. Let's make a little push here. Let's come out with some bite. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. Here's Hardaway. At the elbow, Doncic.
The opportunity to deliver in big moments of, my goodness, embrace the spotlight, young man.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're trailing by 2. Just 4 seconds left in the game. Guys, what do you think?
I don't think they should be greedy here and think about a triple. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket, get a high percentage shot in tight, and
Got it to fall! He went down! He got it to fall!
He did it!
I can't believe this. How in the world can you end the game on a shot like that?
So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that'll do it, folks. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports